John, have you heard of a sweatshirt? Used to.
Is there a bench?
You just dropped the word.
Oh, the number of the back
of the smartwatch. I like the idea of having answers.
And they're about to be answered. And that. Oh gosh, we could have competing brand sponsors, and we could just go at it.
Sweet.
And it makes me feel nostalgic.
Yeah, fat, but she's distracted. And she's like, yes. So thanks for your call, guys, and good luck with.
There on the bottom, at least in my dishwasher.
Bought a whole nother dresser.
Not be in the dishwasher because water is bad for you.
But we decided that we wanted to do an episode.
Well, I didn't get it because of a fashion statement. What don't you like about it though?
It's
a constant conflict.
They just threw a cup kind of in the middle. So you got
areas. Is that what you're kind of getting at?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Looking down your
believe that the rules change. So I think that kind of thing, and it actually begins to burn 2 months. And I was through the pitching wedge, and then I got myself a sand wedge, which I've never actually had a sand.
so the
that's what they call it.
At the tip of the
again, and you did clarify earlier. You said in the last,
but with shirt.
Did you say he sometimes triple
used to having phases? But I insist approach this personally because I'm
do like an A shirt, and then I'll do
when somebody crafts
people's minds, but
yeah,
you're not gonna get any sympathy from
one of those freaking watches in like a magazine ad.
Well, I can first of all
the opposite.
But having a smartwatch, real balls on a fake golf course,
okay.
Yes, I do. I
wash it and dry it.
I wash other people. Kind of a hack, and I got me a ping pong.
So
Mason. So good luck with that. That's good.
I don't know. Show me what you consider to be the front of the backpack, like
Hi.
Sure. To optimize it. By type. So when they're clean, you take the whole kit.
Nobody
right.
speaks. Everything is in place. If someone has to get up to use the restroom,
facing a certain direction.
Which, okay, if you're wearing a backpack,
determination, resolve. And are you even you thought it was funny. You're now deciding to.
Is that by getting rid of t-shirts, I was making better physically and like holistically to be colder than it would be to be hotter.
And we call it a pocket. I would call it the smallest bowls and then going up in size until the dishwasher's full. There's not one in mine.
Okay, you need a Bosch.
It's a flaw.
You need a Bosch, man.
Why don't we load the dishwasher?
Is it a Bosch?
It's a Bosch. On
Wolfpack bag, an NC State red and what's red and dough.
Unless you have new clubs. I mean, what?
Okay. It is. I first of all, let me putter. I got a new putter.
Not a sponsor. Angry, because
my dad is coming. When I look at a backpack, I'm going to think that I'm like, hey, did you play? Well, you play college golf until they see me swing.
So, she made me panic. So
to sell you,
I play with him out here in Los Angeles,
but definitely at home. But I got happen. Anything that doesn't get in there before you close that thing up and you fans. I don't know, but buying another piece of furniture might have been a mistake to impress others. Yes.
Was that a cat?
Oh, Haggard. Buck Owens wasn't born there. I know that he
helped create the Bakersfield sound.
In order to get those special moments with the back, which is just coincidence.
You know, I feel like
I think this all applies also in Poland.
We have a stalemate here. I don't know what we've done for you.
From Shelly when she first found out, and she was very, very excited.
All right, so what?
An actual notepad that doesn't light up, because that's a whole different issue. Phones in the theater.
Not the, there you have it. Ball. What is that called? When you get a drop.
You get a drop.
You get a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why it's called the front, because it's the part that you look at.
Okay.
On a backer.
Yeah.
Years.
17 years, 18 years.
Yeah.
That's
the bowl is slightly downward facing.
A little bit. Yeah, maybe there's an intermission. And you're like, you got any questions?
Or it's just like agreement that it changed. I'm just saying, all right, I got the backpack on. Like, can you get something?
Yeah, I was there. I remember. It's a moment for me. Anyway.
Those with dirty dishes in there, and I'll see two big bowls, and I'll take them out. Don't use, is there
durability that comes with having more brown fat. So while my preference is antiviral, antibacterial, it's gonna smell like garlic the next time.
That my wife and I have are, she's always...
elements.
So much has changed.
That justify purchases.
But the reason I'm back, correct.
So that I've slept on it, I reflected on it, and I stand by it. Wasteful and putting clean stuff in there, but I mean, is it just because our end of living together is what
you system, or you
a bowl? You might be
explaining.
It's important.
Dishwashers. We both agree that like we don't like being cold, so we prefer being hot.
On mythical.store.
Just so you know.
I didn't care to know that.
It's okay. Well, this is fun. This is fun for me personally. College are two different things. That's you asked me, did I play
in front of my kids? Like they were just like,
Dad. So that might be a
energy efficiency or something.
Phase with my watch. So
you're just looking at it.
I'm looking at it. The bowls are hand washed every time. Complete agree.
Let's take another call.
Hello?
Hey, it's Rhett and Link. Who are you? But I kind of feel like you guys either need a label. You're gonna die, right? If it gets too hot for too long, you're gonna die. If it gets too cold, eat 7 T-shirts that add to that the fact that my back is
in a way to be watched and processed
to this logic. Okay.
Things are you talking about? Is taking issue.
So yeah.
Then you think you gotta have dry knives. That was my nickname in high school.
So there are many days that I will open the dishwasher. Then
play golf in college a few times.
Actually, it's a movie that he's chosen to show me, or this even happens with music that he has
designed to go. It's always a pet peeve of mine when
a shirt not sold.
He lived there. I've got a lot of T-shirts here at the office that I can just, if I need to slam on another.
Everything is in reference to the person who's wearing the backpack, because if you wear a jacket.
But right now, we just want.
So the straps would be the back pocket. The pocket farthest from the straps would be the.
It's like
someone who.
So then that led to a discussion about what is front and what is back.
I refer to it as the Bosch.
No, you don't.
My family, if I'm showing them not a movie, but like one of
true friend.
He's trustworthy. That's what it is.
I put like the baby spoons at the front.
Better, like I'd rather be really hot if we're talking about normal temperature range.
It's over. It's
wet into it. You've been significantly.
Got to defer to the person to it, but that was there a lot. For dinner, we all go in there. We're washing dishes. The most important thing, you know, and
exactly.
And some. Shut the hell up. We're taking your calls today.
Really wish it had been a different number, but you know, it sometimes says something about you that may. I'd rather be really up.
I do the knives down for safety.
Right.
And I
drop it. Because that's what RoboCop said.
That's what he said.
All right, I have to. I got
the actor who, again, to a fault. You know, we talk about
Mira checking myself out. That was fun, and then
driver's watch or like they lean.
So this is from Adriana and her partner James.
It's dictated by your storage space, at least for me.
The pocket that is the furthest from you.
Yeah, I mean. I've told this story before.
Strip mall, you hit a real ball, it activates the white fat to begin to burn to generate heat. So if you have, so Shelly says back that she means front and vice versa, and you just keep that straight in your mind. It'll probably make Newton your other. Just see that? I'm tapping it and I know that it's 65 degrees. You don't have that.
Again, there's no actual camp, but there is a shirt which might lead people that look.
A bunch of numbnuts out there. Full length reference to the human anatomy, and a backpack is for a human's bow, but to get the water streams up into there.
But the concavity.
You may notice that again, not a sponsor, but I'm wearing. The argument you just sit idly by and just let it happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And into golf, but against that, and then building a tight, cohesive. Me playing recreation soccer as a kid.
A little weird, but cool.
They say Bowie's Creek and
hear this ear biscuit in its entirety and make sure you don't miss an episode. Follow the links and just complain. Okay. Because it is quite a time commitment. And also in Los Angeles, if you want to go play on the weekend, which is the time, fancy watch, now everybody's looking at it, then noticing it's an Apple Watch, and then I'm getting extra judgment. At this point,
I don't think you are, so that's the factor. Sure.
Oh, the Bowl Bosch.
The Bowl Bosch.
Bosch for bowls. Oh, you gotta have a smartwatch somewhere along the line.
Let me say two things. First of all, to take it all in, just wait till the end. You know, you might need
If it's like a sequel to another movie, if it ties in with something that happened in the last one.
like a tag hewer. If it looked like we're just trying to keep everybody happy.
So they don't even have detergent. I mean, you couldn't,
Phil, which is a suburb of St. Louis.
Saint.
Of a podcast? Woo-wee.
Okay,
100% agree with. So it doesn't matter if I have to change my answer or even if it's because of your argument or not.
Wanted me to either get rid of some of my
the front thing is what you would face to evaluate whether or not you were gonna purchase said thing. And that is,
Sentimental t-shirts, they're a different category. Yeah, don't get rid, you know?
no.
I
I
want you looking at me and engaged in whatever we're doing.
70 in my life. My walking average to
That's my official answer. It's more of an order of operations thing than it is 49.
it's just gonna be a troublesome little gadget to put in there. Brown fat is something that we
Doing your own laundry, John, if you're in extreme cold, you're gonna die. But if you're in extreme hot, as long as
because there's so many next to each other.
Yeah, they're always together. And bring them together in this.
You don't want to draw too much attention to those knives in my house. If I see a knife, okay.
That's true.
This is a classic question. In the description to subscribe on Apple Podcast.
Then what's left? Say that a lot.
I am
I
wearing,
think I will be too.
and and they're all up in a nice angle, and they're all
Back pocket. I guess I'll
So I have a lot of
list.
That's because I'm a little bit elevated. I'm passionate about this. Has never seen them, which again, I know that lots of people don't function correct.
You decide that you're gonna move to. Good luck with that.
Let's take our
If you don't, if Christy asked me something or one of the kids, I'm like, you're not supposed to know yet. That's why you're.
fanny pack, which is a totally different thing. Then our ancestors used a very unsettled man.
Yeah, I mean, their criticism might have been valid, but it was so distracting. Just go all the way.
Well, I mean,
You ever had a sandwich?
No, I had one at one point.
Hot, lit.
Out of it, it is now in front of her. It is still on my back.
Welcome to your.
not have as many shirts or that.
Short and simple at first, but this is it better to be in hot weather or cold weather?
Read this question.
Whatever it is that you're watching. If it's worth watching.
Episode, getting back into golf, because I do. This is not, again, I'm always accused of us because we are make another one.
We resolved that one.
Hello?
You hit it now.
Okay, amount of stuff that goes in there because you know what's gonna happen.
Who just happened to have an internet show.
Well, look at us. But hey.
Not sold at mythical.store, but this is
Counted.
Yeah.
good.
So I have.
It feels so good to get it right. I mean, I'm gonna get to cereal.
App that tracks the
But Jordan,
Is that it? You know, I went with the kids and then like.
leave.
like if you're stranded in the wilderness,
I wondered how Mr. Bosch figured out
Trust me, Morgan. I
the
think
main compartment.
I would say the big potentially purchase said backpack, but because you're playing golf, that's a brilliant perspective. That I want. It looks bland. Such a difficult sport.
What's more annoying?
Little pocket, big pocket, little pocket. I would just use that.
It was like, let's just call him that.
But you don't do that. You do not. But it's the thing that nobody does anymore. When it's like, yeah, I mean, if Jordan's auditioning his latest, all the data tracking we've talked about on previous, you're most up in this instance. Only is it the place for plates, but it's independent, right? Because I get your shirt to believe that you went.
No.
Have we had this argument?
I don't think we've ever talked about this.
You've argued with. I do put the bowls on the bottom because
you have a Bosch.
We go through
from the guru Wim Hof, and this whole. I think we have to have a convention that we stick with, and maybe this is just a regional thing. Like every.
She said, "Will you go on a rack? You're looking at your phone. Dick Trey. How many years have we known each other?
Okay, well, I mean,
It's 8 plates.
it ruins everything.
And then what are you doing? You're basically,
Of my videos. Sometimes I have to like force my family to watch what I do.
you have more shirts to go through that are still clean. On here, it's like, it's a wonderful thing to add a Bosch beside my Whirlpool.
So a side-by-side comparison
I'm
every
a-
night.
You know,
Simulator, and there's a video
How between Lily and Christy, they go for the big
theme off.
someone else about this.
Okay, so
But
of the jacket is the front of the person.
help fold and do laundry. A t-shirt, maybe another t-shirt.
some,
If you hadn't married your wife, she may be
I
still.
just they may die trying, but and
Ask Bosch.
you know what, Christy's sister.
I was just like, I'm just gonna do the pitching wedge for everything. It's kind of,
I get it,
so if I were
and
to
I can
s-
tell you know what it is. I don't have to tell you. But whatever Amanda says,
what do you guys think about that?
no one's going to get cut, namely me. So when you see it in there,
An oxidation
you're talking about
process.
for like a rusting.
But it's more subtle. Big balls are not allowed. Big back, and so to remain consistent with that logic, the front and the right.
But when you're dropping the,
I'm from Poland, but it's 3 a.m. there, and there's been, and now
That's
we're
69
both 40.
years.
So that is
the place for plates to be.
maybe negative in some. I have a logic. Okay.
Well, let's just say what
dry knives.
dry knives and Bosch.
I was so
To have just walked in the room, Lindsay. Did you know that you were going? You kind of got to defer to her.
time that I have. You are dealing with, yeah. So an international call, but
Cleaned optimally. And I found myself
it-
no one asked for this,
it was about 135.
but in a
little geeky, a little
like
too techie.
and like,
Where are you?
and don't forget to click the circular icon to subscribe.
Thanks. Angle and the swing speed, and
Only ultimately to disagree with
right.
me. You don't want to risk destroying some of your prized old T-shirts, like the one that I still have.
I just put the things in the place something I really like,
Mhm.
and then
Hot.
Exactly.
and I don't want to have to worry about them being wrinkled, and they're a little bit. What I'm in town, and he loves to play golf. He plays all the time, and I was like, I want
Much going into that, and
It's hotter if it's cold. Because I think
and then
wash
and all that stuff. And your iPhone can do some of that, but that you have a formed opinion about dishwasher loading, like anytime.
absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. To the bottom of the bag. So I got a driver, a 3-wood.
Where we took also being Mina Jordan.
Yeah, just.
But please forgive us for that. We're what? Let's just come out with it. What does it say?
15 T-shirts, and about
Person who's willing to help back, and they don't
fun. But
Yeah.
like if I'm watching
Biscuits.
Coming to Us to
Yeah.
solve something that is potentially actually is.
So also know that Bobby's VCR died, so he's looking for it. They're hand washing dishes. All of you know it's a. I know T-shirts that linger.
to Red MC on Instagram, where you can find all great pictures of golfing Rhett when they.
Else is done.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's just backpack on the front of my person in order to, if I've been wearing it all day, like it's just an act of goodwill. I'm saying
an olive branch.
get out of 20.
Actually, help your immunity. I haven't read. Is he builds up this brown fat? It makes Link sneeze, basically. When
thought
I
I was
talk
gonna
about
say-
brown fat, he gets very sneezy. The official colors, but you don't want a white bag because you get it dirty.
So you're embracing. I've never wrestled with this issue personally because I've never said the back. What are your opinion?
10 or 15 polos and person. It is oriented in a way. I think again I've interpreted it to be there's a bowl section.
I'm sorry, Morgan. I know we're for dramatic there.
Have you had a conversation?
I said
In cold weather, yes.
you don't need
I
to
will.
justify.
Today when I was walking, it was 69. 69. And stuff for just having a guy indiscriminately or discreetly.
Pocket, like the biggest area of the backpack.
That's the front pair. I'm just gonna put this one in the dirty clothes.
Wash and clean clothes. That's bad.
Because the
Click on the playlist on the right.
to watch more of our daily show, Good Mythical Morning, click the playlist on the left.
on a backpack.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's take. I mean, I don't have anything in mind. It's
She's
just
got money to burn.
On
And Amanda?
and
Hello.
we're from LA.
Play in this, and I think you could benefit from
is 35, and then we've known each other since we were 6.
I will say that if you do decide to get, like, tell you what's
That's with his
annoying.
Apple Watch.
You asked what's annoying?
It is in front of her. Which pocket then would be the front versus the back?
It doesn't have like a bulk to it, and just when the hampers fill up at my house, heart rate and how many.
EA Sports, Tiger Woods, golf, you might find yourself looking at your watch in order to like signify, I'd like to check for t-shirts. I got like a black and gray drawer, and then I've got a colored.
Nicely as possible. You are objectively and definitively a lot of.
How many shirts are we talking about?
So in preparation,
I went to the backpack and
Conclusion.
I went through. That's next
It's
level.
a bit much, but
She's not like she's looking at it, but then she's like, "One, two. I got the aluminum one. I didn't even go stainless steel. I mean,
Well,
I'm not trying to show off to anybody."
is your issue?
so our issue is about a backpack.
Okay, I know that there's a lot of technology now with the G.
Bowl, a big or medium-sized bowl will obfuscate what could be not the Wim Hof science, right?
I mean,
Okay, so
What happened?
it's it. You know what it is? Garlic is already.
and 20 polos.
bottom rack and station or any situation.
Listen to it. You know, I know this is what the manufacturer
Yeah.
intends, but point they can't speak, so they just usually choke.
And golf clubs, but you've
Top of the line.
but who's the amount of time that I'm 3 times as long to clean up as it does to. Thank you for supporting entertainment and repping us when you go around.
But this isn't about regulated back pocket. The back pocket.
Because when you look at a backpack, assumption that you're going to be looking at that can't wait.
Years together. No,
Combined,
It's
yeah,
not.
it's like it's
in the honeymoon.
in the lobby. And RoboCop was going in the fitness center.
Yeah, turns out you use it.
I'm sorry, Morgan.
That might.
Anyway, all that to say that I go into the golf shop.
Because they're his in-laws too.
Yeah, that's how it works. Golf in college, I will just say yes and let you believe. It's not like white fat, which is like
You're not necessitating why every strength can become a weakness. You know, the amount of time.
It's all good. We appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Should not.
I'm Madison, and I'm her brother Mason.
And she's like looking at her nails or something, like having a guy fumble.
Backpack, and I told her it was in the back pocket.
Have a little fun, and this is when you.
One is to play golf. One should, or your cooks.
Link's got on the beautiful, not a sponsor.
That's right.
How goes it? Down to that layer who played RoboCop. Pocket that's
Wow.
like straight across, but the bigger pocket.
That's a little complicated.
That's still not the biggest.
It takes a lot of time.
66 plus 30 while I'm golfing, but your biscuit conversation.
I knew for the last couple days that we were going to be talking about it.
I'll change it.
Like if it, I guess I'm thinking
Just to clarify, so Shelley.
gently. It's crap. Hold on, you got an Apple Watch unless you want to start doing more of the laundry, and I think that's what I would. It seems
And then projecting what the ball flight would. Yeah, I believe Poland is the same. At some point on both ends of the extreme, sure is here. It's 2018.
in order to.
Hand, I can track my swing and measure the swing plane and the swing speed.
And all that, but no,
But I got a phone call
a
from.
new one.
Instead of a DVD player.
Yeah. Did we come on too strong?
I mean,
I don't.
I think there's
I think maybe
sometimes
yes, but the T-shirt for whatever reason, I can do that.
the fitness features, because I am a man that likes to work out.
And it feels insulting because it feels to me like you're looking at the time.
Apple Watch. Well, because it was.
How on earth are you justifying this purchase? Yes.
So I was like, all the lights are off.
Oh, I got
Central High School in Anger, North Carolina.
Oh snap! See, man.
Some steam off.
blow off some steam, man.
By
If
knock.
you stay hydrated, you're not
Thank
gonna
you.
die.
Yes. But it's a.
You mean watch?
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I can put anything on the screen though.
It's all black. Absolutely.
Anytime.
Is the front pocket. That's the front of the backpack, the part that everybody sees. But
backpack to be the furthest thing from me, the person. And so
did you think about that? Because you should have to do laundry because you can let it build up more. Because I want you to have your fun, man, and I want.
And so I came back to her and I was like,
more indiscriminate when you've got a bunch of t-shirts because then you're like, I got more to wear. T-shirt choices. And I was also like, oh, I've got that t-shirt. Exactly.
I mean, see, this was your opportunity to rummage through every pocket of her backpack. Who knows what?
Loaded into these golf apps, and so now you can get to a place and be like, then it's like, oh, if you have the Apple.
I think when you have 5 people in a home and you're eating as
or like
much
a
stuff
double
as
wide, like a
talking and making fun of the movie, and yeah, there were, I think, with a person,
with a wife,
for
placing the things inside the moving truck.
Talking about the form factor, brother.
The band can be leather. I can get of the washing machine and the capacity of watch. You don't have to take your phone out.
it seems
Movie noise Nazis around here.
Oh, bottom, there's big glass doors and you walk in there.
Of a person and you evaluate the backpack on its own, it is logical.
Okay. And what are
Personal preference.
yeah.
However, with what I've been reading about the setup,
Like a
you know what I'm
teddy
saying?
bear?
Like, no, things that, okay, a garlic press who are having some kind of conflict with a friend or a spouse or just somebody in their life.
Can we see that, Rhett?
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, you just gotta.
You know, when someone's that wrong, you have to be that right.
No one has said that.
What is the blow
Work.
you guys dealing with? What are you disagreeing about? Like on a website, they would
With a lot of clothes, you're ultimately gonna die, like you said, but with water, never used their dishwasher. It makes me so at once.
that
Big spoons.
you don't do that? You don't sort it by type?
I do that, yes.
But you're saying that you're
Hey, let's take another call.
actually we are
I believe cold weather's better.
okay.
Okay.
Going
like a
a-
straw man
It's one step towards being a transhuman. You know.
in anything, because we are also artists, Morgan.
And Wim Hof method and some balls around. I can do that and it's not such
the bottom. And if you've loaded both, the real issue here is that you like
but sometimes I'll look
verbally.
at
What are they when you drop not the smallest heating element and it will damage them.
right.
You gotta put
He's so anxious to be the guy
down there.
down to about
I give a shout out and listening to it and not talking over it. This close to someone with an Apple Watch that I could just say exactly what I thought.
I can
and
get
now
a
that it's
different-
you, and if there's again, I think there's some holes in her life.
at
Well,
the ball.
it's just painted on, brother.
I got myself a
Laundry was not a factor in your decision.
no because laundry is done
A lot
on
of local commercials.
back of
First
the
of all,
backpack.
I would never call the big. It's a puzzle. I mean, you want to maximize the.
is on the back of the person. Every other article of clothing is evaluated in, if we're talking about when RoboCop and Caddyshack were both popular. I'm going camping, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was because
Well, it's one of those things where you don't get an answer.
watching
I'm now to the point where I'm about to tell you.
and I would figure
I don't know.
for emergencies you
I
almost
don't
said.
know. Sharpest things at the back, so that
Do you do your knives?
straps for me, the pocket closest.
Yeah, because it's the bowl section.
because you don't want to open.
No talking,
Okay.
disc issues, but I'm back on
So
top
you-
of my.
you-
That was
artistry.
intentional.
Yeah.
Shots and do all your data entry. Look at that. The way to throw something on and gonna go work out
Right when you use a sharp knife.
from the top of. I'll watch a horror movie with friends. It's something I like to do occasionally for like a birthday celebration etiquette in a way that would make any manufacturer proud.
Bowls.
No matter how many shirts you. It's more a question of.
Casey? I mean,
somebody. But to me, back line up in the same way. And then when you begin to move, when a person shirt to play golf in, you ought to see me in that thing.
where cat? I'm gonna wait till you start talking and have another sneeze.
So Brown, you are
I
watching.
feel it's just so draining to just go through this. It's like running a marathon. I want to move so bad.
It's not a trend anymore.
But your real question is, why did going to play golf lead to me getting? But my resting heart rate on average today was 59 beats per minute. Assumptions about me. here's why I got it. I've wanted one for a while. Even if you put a bunch of clothes on, you are eventually gonna die.
If you're
model me for a video game, if that's what you're asking. They just
don't. And then my shirts are in the closet, but I got limited. What?
I'm not gonna rearrange any watch. I mean, it technically is a phone. I can't have a conversation with my wife on it.
You're looking at your watch.
Video screen, and
are you talking about?
If I have some, they've got hand washing detergent, but they don't
watch that. Then you would. That got rejected from. Go ahead and text me. But can you explain? I mean, why you don't use your dish?
And usually at that
episodes,
yeah,
a lot of that's kind of hustlers or your friends. Start washing it. Hold you to that.
I will from now on.
Well, I wouldn't ask you that. I'm not gonna be there.
But I didn't stop with the clubs.
Make a commercial for the whole block. So it's like, come to our block, and we were gosh, and they're like.
The most compelling thing you said in terms of the way I
groundhog.
you got it becoming difficult to fit all the t-shirts in the drawer, and it was becoming over the past couple of years for me to get an Apple Watch. I love the idea of I got a new Apple.
2 drawers signing up. That
okay.
They also,
turned into a personal message.
His with home viewing, some sort of Jordan, you might, and a dog throwing dishes in there.
Yep.
So, t-shirts impacts.
Mm-hmm.
You want to look at the front of it. You get out of this predicament.
Yeah, it's 2018. Those days are over. There. 65 degrees outside right now.
Okay.
It's warmer in here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, with a combined
disputes. Again, we asked people.
We've
number of shirts, and I ended up with a Steelman.
I've never heard that.
Steelman is when you correctly and generously state what I would call the back is now the front, but the backpack is only a back.
Selling lots of stuff. I mean, don't sleep on.
Show that I'm interested in what's happening, because that's my way of showing it, and it just makes.
Or even if
it gets really cold here in St. Louis sometimes.
Right.
I'm trying to.
Shirt
goes against the human back.
I helped.
Well, it's not about helping. It's about being right.
Some technical difficulties.
So she also commented.
A movie for the first time, and I'm really into it, and I want it to be a good movie.
Robo golfer.
Yeah, what a missed opportunity.
When you have a better chance of surviving.
Logic, but I think in terms of like slam full, I just let it go.
Because at that point you're not safe. He's the whirlpool man.
For so much at stake with a dishwasher because. I'm trying to be impartial.
From your tea bag into what does it say? What is your tea? I'm going to interpret it to be the manufacturer's intentions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I situations. I mean, I'm personally excited about it. I got new golf clubs. I got to keep the main part, man.
The watch part?
Yeah. I got the cheap. That's the last thing that this man needed to hear.
At the top.
I went to this place that like had the impetus for so I've had golf clubs. They built that home for themselves. Why do they have a dishwasher?
I don't. Bowls wherever you can. Get that dishwasher as full as possible.
Get in where you fit in. We're gonna do it, but we are doing it again. We had a good time.
Survival situation, you don't always have water, so that's kind of hard to do.
The thing was, let's track for your.
I don't know.
It looks like a stock. I turned around and I was just so angry, and it just came out. I was just like, now I'm freaking.
You're gonna go
angry.
And wash dishes.
Why am I so fans of both though? But how can we help you?
Okay, well.
Again, Jordan, you just need to keep quiet. Morgan, Morgan, I think
sounds like a win-win.
I think you can. I don't fully know.
Oh gosh.
It's a puzzle.
The people who operate said washing machine, how often they wash it.
Which was a huge issue. We actually just.
I am exactly 167 yards from the front of the green, and the pin is in the back. An opinion about this, but I will say.
Or an email, or how cold it is outside.
I'm also in instructional ways, but they also.
Let's take another call. Funny to me.
Well, I'm not justifying
but I don't, and I understand that if
that's just me. I've made the turn. I've got an Apple Watch. Yeah, I'm on specifically about cereal bowls.
Until the end of this, and
it's a tough one, man. But like the first talk you get about like a new piece of equipment, and you kind of you just need
a more of a bottom, top, or middle of the line.
Just the way
the math worked
The
out.
problem in my house is people top versus bottom rack.
Oh, now this is, okay.
I am in Jacksonville, Florida.
More t-shirts out to our own store. Cursed at any stranger ever.
I can't tell you how warm it is in here. I don't have that technology.
Well, if you keep this on the back, it's still a backpack.
So you think it flew normal?
Or
Plus 35, 69 years.
I
You're
said
right.
that earlier. Decisions to make, but I think it'll pay dividends in your relationship. I tried for a while to eat things that belonged in bowls,
and also, if I don't have time to go and actually go to the course and play a full round, feels different when it's on. Basically,
all these different mattress store owners and
family, every group of friends agrees on what it is because it is inherently confusing.
There's certain type of plastics that you don't want down there. It'll be too close to the heat.
To have my wife tell me that. My own heart told me that.
And then
Yeah, that's the cat. Sorry.
Oh gosh, your cat owners.
I apologize.
Okay, Morgan, I'm going to. All right, where are you guys at?
We're in Bakersfield, California.
Oh, right up the road.
you take it out. A notepad. Take a few notes.
Of access. What I learned always in that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
You wash in the listens, and I'm gonna get a text.
Oh yeah, you are.
Okay, JB, just
Or Lindsay, you just know when
you are gonna get a lot of that. Oh, did you to make up for it?
I'm going for it all the way.
Or
Your point about the laundry, I do completely agree.
Keep arguing about the proper way to load up a dishwasher.
okay.
Or more specific.
Yeah, I think that sounds fair. They just can't.
To have this when it comes to the top rack, glorious device. Now you
And the number of spins and never comes up as someone's like, I'd rather be. If they're really hot, moved with link into or out of some doing it, and many of you said that you wanted to hear it again. And so we will be
to see our Hollywood agent. I think that was the movie when those cereal bowls are freaking tough, man. And with all the answers I
also went through my pants, and there's more stuff here at the office.
I mean, but laundry. I think this is an opportunity for you to turn over a new leaf. You know, it's you with your laundry. So if Amanda gonna bring together all.
So I don't know. We're a little bit of everything. You know, basically a full analysis of your golf swing to help you understand. They use it.
Have a bowl only dishwasher.
Garlic on it.
Rinse.
You just rinse.
Laundry. And yeah, I've caught them in the past.
It's funny how when you want to get out of a conversation.
No, they give you a golf club and a real golf ball and a mat, and you literally go into like it was in a.
Talk about Buck Owens.
No, we're
Oh,
talking
my
about Merle.
The backpack, and like when I wear the backpack at interviews.
And then I'm reading about these golf apps, getting ready to play with my dad.
Anything left behind, you technically need to go ahead and wash so that you can have. I think they hand wash too. They don't use their dishwasher. I have to think they use it.
My life. First.
That's why the.
Hello?
Well, we're having a disagreement about whether or not it's okay.
The dishwasher.
Rearranging.
From what everyone else in my house. Her question.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. And it's a super soft T-shirt. Everybody wins, but you got to give a little. And up to him for 25 years.
Yeah.
Still sleeping.
That's not.
Add stuff all the time, and for the summer, we've got the Good Mythical Summer Camp T-shirt.
It's been a little bit better since that. And
Because the answer is we don't use the dishwasher. There is no answer.
If you don't have a watch, nobody judges you at all for anything. But if you do have an Apple Watch, people judge.
You've had lots of reasons to not play golf, but you've dug down.
Yeah, I had a good
time. Can you grab my keys out of my backpack?
However, we had a little technical difficulty with the international call, but just so you know, we heard your double dish.
I'm legitimately thinking that I'm gonna. These people were questions going through your mind. That's the beauty of the
easy to navigate closet. I think
And then if for some reason you're ready to watch a rugged diver-esque version,
I'll ask for that. And
the back is the part nobody ever sees. It.
a lot of times to try and avoid this.
Doing the right thing. The cool thing about it is if you build up your brown fat stores, you act.
Except when it's not on, you find yourself having to be front. And so the frontest most part is proud of it. golf clubs.
Yeah, I mean, he's just a regular man.
He's an act
Compromised in recent years with my.
He's techie. I'm asking, did you play a video game?
To assume that
Other things, just so I wouldn't have to put him in the.
your brown fat stores. So you've got brown fat and white fat. Bottleneck on the washing is the capacity.
At least they're working on the brown fat.
Work on that brown fat.
Ears. You know, I think you just, you know, if he wants you.
I like to measure things like my heart.
Save your questions till the end. And a lot of times questions that are being,
That's a
is gonna load up. I have my number on the back from every year, and you know what? Lando sleeps in those every night.
That's real for a living. And
sometimes they get the reaction. You wanted to process it.
yeah.
And conflict resolution experience. Don't know
Watching.
what the reason is. It's a little 90s.
I just think it says something about like, maybe you're a geek, maybe whatever you want to believe.
Where are you?
I'm Morgan.
And I'm
I mean, I'll wear a t-shirt.
There's limited capacity, and I have a t-shirt drawer.
Every second has been crafted. With the
I evaluate it in its functional capacity.
the crap that's in the wallet. I think Shelly thought you
at home, but at the movie theater, I don't have control over that.
Because what I did.
why? What is, because you know I'm a t-shirt guy.
These are the win conditions. Like golf apps have all this stuff on them.
Huh, I didn't know that. Speak to make yourself happy.
I checked the back pocket and it was in there.
Wrong.
What is the front of a backpack?
This is a juicy one. Yes,
t-shirt drawer.
You know more. Maybe this guy can fix my computer. No, I can't fix it.
Have golf
I
clubs.
recalibrate.
Well, we have a dog too. So
Okay,
we're
all right.
good.
It's a balance.
Are they both
You say the front.
And
special t-shirts? And that makes me think you can't get rid of some t-shirts as just.
Hybrid for the 3 and the 4 iron.
I didn't ask.
And then I went from 5.
Raised in your mind while watching a movie are intentional.
And they're about to be
Whoa.
changes. Then really, really cold. Just personal.
Bowls, but I mean, for starters, all those utensil cubbies and say that like a sand wedge that looked like a sandwich.
Big time commitment. And I also think that maybe it's something I can do with my boys. In years, because I grew up playing golf. I was on the golf team at Harnett.
And then when you got there, when I go to their house, I'm a dishwasher. If it's
I don't play with my kids. You don't play. My wife.
movie. And of course these aren't like random comments. They're
Oh, exciting.
and then I've got I know you're probably looking at Slack, Sync, and I'll load it all in the dishwasher, and I've reduced.
And people talking just makes it so like if you're
Yeah.
saying which one is one, and then this is how.
then if you think about it that way you can actually find a real answer.
Why did you go through your shirts, and then what was the?
Front pocket. And Lindsay finds it to be
Watching a movie for a second or a third time.
You know what's worse than a bowl? Because I'll get.
Wearing the same shirts over and over again. And I
My shirts, John, because I had too many t-shirts. And I didn't have to, and just be like, get it out of pocket number 1.
If it was on me,
And I was,
and there's a fitness center down there, then you
Lewis, John and Amanda.
St. Louis. I've never
The moving truck, that you better just let him do it. Otherwise you're gonna be dealing with, who are you, where are you?
Do you have a quick argument before we give you the right answer?
Which off ball, I would call nicer t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've got the drawer full of t-shirts, which, exactly.
Because we're not selling an Apple Watch, but it's more of a hypothetical situation.
Fat is something that is something.
No, he's not the special one to us. We're just so angry.
That's true.
then a polo, then a sweater.
Wow.
Sides to this.
Okay, so I think that it's okay to make comments during
Golf.
Well, there were beats per minute, and then in my recovery it was between 131 and 101. What
She could have found. You know, you were just like
down to the t-shirt that I actually would accept to my body. Family doesn't follow the protocol.
they don't really do that. And I also put other people, and every time I look over at you, salty and annoying.
You're gonna have to get used to it.
I
Because
don't-
my
I don't-
resting heart
every
rate
time
right now is
when I turn and look at you,
be if you were out on a golf course and measuring all this stuff about the launch and
kid further. Let me hear each of your. are the bane of my existence.
Bowls are tough.
Bowl and a clean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Washer. Or because yeah, this is definitely a litmus test.
They operated. But I think I have some insight into this because, well, let me, I don't have nearly a strong of a.
Just away from the person wearing the backpack.
In the very, drop it.
Remember that time that we went?
I was pretty.
The cool stuff was done to it.
Well, that can be changed. All that can be changed. If I could update you and you mythical beasts listening on a new development in my, it's difficult because when you take the backpack off of t-shirt.
That's a popular item. A little, listen.
Getting into golf.
Like an elitist. He's a tech elitist.
Are exceptions, and Morgan, I think this is where you can have happen. It becomes a part of that person and then
pocket. I'd be like,
the lower pocket.
I'd be like the little pocket. I think all that's secondary to the fact that if she's the one doing that a lot more than
the normal range of temperatures on Earth in civilized
figure out how
shirts or
perceived he's
money to
techie.
Burn. No, it's just
No, I leaned over and I said, "That's RoboCop." And then work.
The back pocket had my wallet. Where were you looking? And she said, "That's not the back."
I haven't read all about this, but basically,
when I'm at their house, then
I believe that you should just sit there and enjoy the movie, and just enjoy the movie.
Water
you can't
in
do
the
that.
bowl.
And definitely, big bowls have no place. Big cool T-shirt, but it was covered up by
colder weather, because Bakersfield gets really hot. It clearly says that you played golf in college.
Yes, we are. It's gonna be, well, we're doing way that would be displacing things inside
a space to hold
black, because you don't want red and white
rage, which happens to everybody. You could
that they are late.
I have my answer.
That it is inherently confusing. Fit machine, this is the way it works now. I think it's worked that way for several years now, at least, maybe a decade. Place that I haven't.
I want it to be full for efficiency's sake, but then it's so efficient.
Nostalgically? Right.
And I leaned over to you and I was like,
drop it.
No, do not use their dishwasher. Which pocket? Maddie's making her argument. I get it.
Yeah. Don't listen to her.
Well, Mason.
Like RoboCop. If RoboCop was a golfer, which by the way.
I haven't answered questions that you're not supposed to know the answer to yet. So just believe if.
Of 29 t-shirts and
the Apple Watch.
Something about, I don't know, it must be like some sort of losing with whoever you play with.
People are going idea that when you're really cold,
okay,
you actually begin to activate. It flips depending on whether somebody's wearing it or not.
That is the scenario that they presented to us.
and being helpful.
John, I will just say that Rhett wasn't. Don't speak. No, don't sell us short. Let's
I want to wear a Bosch t-shirt like two race car drivers. I'm the Bosch man.
Idea.
We couldn't get them to agree.
No one would agree.
They're like, I'd rather be cold any day if they're really cold.
To begin with.
And now it all makes sense, or sometimes I do have questions, especially if it's a movie that's
It's on the back of the person.
Listen,
By the way, what if sometimes those go in a special place that's
framed.
You just with too much money on his hands.
Well,
I didn't say her.
A lot of people said, you guys are just taking calls from the United States, but we're not. We were taking one.
The dishwasher god has dictated is the place for plates.
For being your mythical best.
In fact, we're being a little
too
helping some mythical beasts.
Yeah, people
with
who
some conflict. I mean, in an ideal world, it would be sort of.
And he talked. There is a pause.
I cannot eat while watching.
I'm
in the
always
ad
brought
section.
to you by Bosch.
Hi, my name is Shelly.
I don't love the way it looks. I mean, I've never been
To the person, you consider that the front or the back?
So how I consider it is that
like down our personalities and the amount of laundry you have to do because and it's freaking annoying.
I wash it, dry it, put it back where it belongs, in the block.
My in-laws,
vocal. Now it can get a little annoying sometimes if people are too into
if you acquiesce to Amanda a little bit, then I think the risk of you losing your most
times I stand up. I think we probably
and I'll put them in the sink to hand wash them, and then I'll take me. Now, if you're not in, it's a little too. It's so sleek.
Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Making a decision very quickly if that shirt made me feel uncomfortable.
Some sort of like legacy thing going on. I still interpret your body language that way, and it's insulting.
It's in anticipation of avoiding the conflict.
The Hobbit movie, we're sitting in our office and we're having an intense creative conversation, or we're in a meeting with some
Day, because there's, half of his shirts are in one load of. So I feel like every time I do laundry,
More like, go in any way, I put it into the thrift store pile. And I did that, and college golfing is like a swing, almost touching but not touching, and sometimes
18 years.
Your call.
We're doing that again?
Again, we can't get away from that number.
And
This morning when I was on the elliptic.
If you're done with it, I'm just saying I'll know that those are off limits. And thank you.
Okay.
Mythical.store.
Time it doesn't really come up as an argument. T-shirts that I've been rejecting and haven't been able to get.
But maybe we can get through to them.
The back of the jacket is the back of the person, and I don't play very often. I'm watching a movie. It's like
For terminology, laws, and I've
Backpack. Recently I asked Lindsay to get my.
Haggard. Have you been to the birthplace?
No.
that's a little more compelling than I don't want to take my phone out of my pocket. And then
Jordan has seen before, and I don't completely understand.
And label each pocket just a number system. Swing, like because it's got an
dishwasher, is a big bowl.
Oh, big bowls.
Christy will get. I don't get the pocket.
Hot any day. And
grass is always greener, isn't it?
And I do. If you're talking about survival,
I open it up and someone didn't start.
Going to just and so the front of a hat is the thing that's on the front of the person. The back of the hat.
Put them at the back also, so that's two reasons why a little mean to you, and actually then in a fit of laundry
for his phone in between every.
I didn't hear anything in your retort.
Thing, he is. If he isn't the guy who's, it's not like you look fat. It's not.
Angry all of a sudden. I'm so mad.
To a net. But there are machines around you that are measuring everything.
Like made because he's a musician, and so I'll comment and try to
survivalist watch, like something a little more rugged.
Well, I had a conversation with Ross at the Apple store.
a long shot.
And do you so you got some tough
And then my roommate who is just walking into the
It's because he was looking at his phone. I mean, he was looking at his watch.
Yeah.
and I
Comedic movie or a horror movie in a group.
We've freaking been friends for a long time.
We have.
And that is not without our
Placement. Top.
and see what happens, because it's such a generating more laundry unless you're being, well, we could come to the agreement.
I'm sympathetic.
And not only with bigger spoons, I don't know what
your opponent's argument.
Okay, I'm glad you warned me that though you're about to agree with me, it's
Oh, really? Okay. Admittedly,
but
there's
not
a lot to
as
keep
it's
up with.
happening.
Going and just knocking some balls around at the range, as they say. Knock some.
You guys got to come up with a system, and maybe there's a compromise that does involve.
Definitely.
I was having so much fun washing shirts. You can go longer and do bigger loads.
No, I think you become more.
Fair share of conflict.
Right. We know how,
embrace it.
We know how to work
for emergencies. I don't know what the psychology of it is. It's or being distracted by someone else talking over it. That one moment that
I'm angry.
Right.
Turning around the plates all the time.
You sound like you're section of the closet where I hang shirts, and I hang about 5.
Clearly got what? Now I understand. I mean,
call.
To resolve a conflict.
I'm going to steel man your argument, so I'm actually going to add to your argument before I break it down. It's better. You can track all your shot.
I'll take that one.
No, I'm going to just take the band.
Each remained in wedlock. Fully customized.
Is on someone's back. And so that's why we'll be taking a picture of myself and posting it on my Instagram. Shout out.
To let people know that you're with us and we're with you, and they should watch too. Gosh, there's room on the top and there's no room on the bottom. You drop it. What find how you spend your money?
Of friends.
Where does the brown fat reside? I am curious why you don't use it. And I think you do use it back in a store so as to decide to.
We hope we have helped at least somewhat. We, like Link said, we feel pretty strongly about this, but.
No, he wants.
You looked in one pocket and gave up. I think actually the more shirts you have, the less.
I'm saying, I don't make any.
An amusement park full of water bottles.
At that point, it becomes the largest.
I mean, when we eat dinner as a family, after. Yep, you are trustworthy. She sent you to get the water.
It's better for you, just as a human, to have that.
I'm certain of that.
But we do have to come to some kind of agreement.
Taking washing dishes, because heck yeah, I wash lots of dishes.
Sometimes, but it's.
Is on this.
Well, I strongly believe that hot weather is better, and
It'd be better.
Don't touch each other. All plates have to be facing the same direction for them all to be clean.
Yeah.
Of 69 years.
Jordan.
And we are from Stanton, Virginia.
On it.
We need 2 dishwashers.
Part of the strength of pack when it's on someone's back.
I am going to steelman your steelman argument. The dishwasher right in VA.
Good.
To be warm,
as is mine.
It would actually be better. So you said which one? Yeah, that typically is what they're used for.
And then they'll just put them in the
shot when you're trying to play with him and get back in the car. You're the sharpness of your knives. In fact, as soon as you get through using a knife, you should rinse it and dry it. Like I'm just gonna kind of do my own thing, but you're really breaking down dishwasher.
You just want us to kind of weigh in on who's right. Which
word to see if like somebody's like, choking. So it doesn't matter.
9 shirts.
Wow, so you can almost make it too loudly. I say, don't put the garlic press in the box. It begins to move forward. The backpack is moving.
And we went into it was a high-rise building in Beverly Hills. And in the
figure out how to do it. I go through
different agents.
I go through the process, man. I'm hitting cumbersome conversation.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Breaking, I wouldn't call it a pocket. I would just say you better.
And also, you're not supposed to put knives. It's just like, Apple Watch, geek, freak, whatever you want to think.
Yeah,
Section in your dishwasher?
It's people aren't our agents anymore. Do that because you just amused yourself.
I will.
Because you thought that was so funny.
I'm
gonna hold blend.
Oh, that's a.
So they're a little bit further back. So there's actually way too. You're gonna steel man my argument.
Steel man.
Is that what straw man steel man?
Because it is section of the closet. So I went through all of them, and my process was
gleaning a little bit. Just hone it down to the ones that are most special.
Pants. This is
about
shirts.
Isn't about what the designers. Okay.
And PS, and like you can use your phone. We have very, very little brown. In the same way that they would show you like the front of a t-shirt. Usually like if people have done something wrong, I'm just like, screw it. I'll just
slam them in.
So
grab all the spoons
from my body and then
there's lots of new developments.
Start in this, unless there's like an emergency.
Or comments about the actual movie and what's going on.
What is all
in the factory processes before, just start with 7. Just call.
That's a good idea, but not a phone. And right there,
because
and any disruptive comments are gonna
I'm like, look at the freaking screen. Like I'll lose it. Or the back of the bouncer either, because that would be weird. They're competing brands.
We could
have deemed to be a bowl section,
and it is on the bottom, right?
It is on the bottom.
They're gonna break the immersion.
Morgan, what type of thing? Because I just feel like there's no risk with baby spoons.
No risk.
You're not looking at what's on the screen. You're just looking at the watch.
No, I'm measuring things.
Room now is
taking a shirt, trying it on.
29 t-shirts, I'd say, and you're fine with this, but Amanda, let's hear your side of this.
And somebody's
clothes, even with.
And also, you can think of it like in a survival situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
for the ones that are super special, like I got a couple of super.
Just something that like just happened that's so crazy, or something that's
clearly meant for things that can't go on the bottom rack. When
you refer to it.
Wallet out of my.
Double fridge, you get a.
That.
I
mean, we load up that dishwasher, and we're still constantly washing dishes.
You had to make me feel real good to be kept, and I got rid of a number. I just went through all my shirt.
not.
Look down and just sort of like.
Well, let's assume.
But also for the winter, I guess. But
if you assume that you have water and
Agreement.
the dishwasher, so if you're.
But isn't there a
the
bowl?
dishwasher-
And most of it's. That's a good idea.
sure, but like in the heat, like you can't keep taking clothes off. Like there's a limit.
Dishwasher that have no business being in the dishwasher, like a garlic press. Not a sponsor. And then I also got
dishes. And then at the bottom rack, you need to bring. And here's the thing: my brother-in-law, he's gonna be part of this conversation starter. Hey, it's a way to
get everything that it offers. Then there's
stole the wallet. Okay, did we help? I don't think so.
55 years old.
So you do
Any time.
but I also.
So maybe you flip a coin.
It's hard to say.
There is what I was so about not putting those dry knives in the Bosch that everybody, in your belly and places like
like
that.
a spare tire or a muffin top.
Brown fat shows.
And you are wearing.
You can get this to be brown leather, but then
I think you want
when
to.
you I went with a hot
Gotta start the cup at the far back left corner.
this thing, but like,
I'm Link.
and I'm Rhett. This week at the round table of dim lighting, we are tearing at the foundations of their relationship, and they're
Right.
coming to two dudes difficult to fit other clothes in the shirt. So use it when they're trying to fit you with a new set of golf clubs. I freaking felt
Same commercial. We thought that would be cool and buzzworthy. It was great. And
a little extreme, but
Yeah.
okay. But to Jordan's point here, now first of all, I'll get upset with
not with me though.
using because if
In addition to loading the
Yeah.
freaking dishwasher.
right, well we just throw everything in the Bosch with food.
The part that everybody sees is the box
Well, they didn't put electrodes all over. She says we
in the back that's not.
is the Friends logo inspired mythical. I got golf clubs that were already a little bit old when I was in college, so I'm guessing that they are 20 it again. We don't know how.
Well, welcome to Ear Biscuits, guys. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
How can we help you? Touched a nerve,
Yes.
but we're dishwasher and have a pool of water. Some of the time,
You don't have to say that, Jordan. We're
Yeah,
we're
just-
winning. Which
down at the end of the pole.
I'm gonna put this as not
Triple layering these shirts, and it's just.
Okay.
towards its front, which is the strap side. While you're playing to know exactly where you're at on the course, because all these golf courses are.
So many.
What do you have?
Whirlpool, not a sponsor.
Okay, Bosch, not a sponsor. I have a
We can of course do.
podcasts or putting things in the.
Go with back pocket.
It's a tough one.
You know what?
Doesn't play, so I don't have a lot of incentive to play golf. Because
And I'm talking about all the hand washing that we have to do. Go and get my wallet out of the front of my backpack, implying that
accelerometer on my my argument is that it should always be, even when it's not on a person, holding you up, and it's gonna take you 5 hours to play.
She came back and said that it was not in the back pocket, and said
say that I'm just
I mean, you don't have to be rich to have an Apple Watch. I mean, but I get the rest of this right. 3 beats per minute. However,
I'm gonna start looking down at my room. I've been rearranging.
before we get into your calls, I would like to link. I had a long
I think
conversation
you would look cool,
with.
but it feels good when it happens that way. I don't rearrange all the utensils if it's
Every time I get a new shirt, she's like, "Oh, another shirt."
Yeah.
Okay, but in my.
put them on the top. And then after that, you got to put all your cups up there because that's where they're decisive puzzle of, I think she's got the power plum. It's not like, but the in-laws, I don't know. Mr. does it.
She hand washes.
If
Ross.
if you look like a diver, 56 plus the length of our friendship. Let's add all those years together.
That's a lot.
College. What we think? I think trying to clean up, it takes freaking an hour. It takes one correct answer.
Good.
What do you or more? Where you go into a
Yeah, I just feel like you can always put on more clothes in the winter.
in this argument. She's talking. It's even worse. And again, I'm trying to get her to watch something that's mine. But if we're sitting in the back of the backpack,
Is the front, but there's a right way to do it, and
work through conflict.
that it wasn't on her person. You can just grab grab all the forks at once and.
Hello?
Hey, you got Rhett and Link. Who are you? And 7. I was having a great time until I don't know. I didn't.
Say to you today.
What is there a fortune on it?
Yeah, there's like an inspirational statement. We'll watch.
I'm just
Pretty
joking,
cool.
but he is looking at his watch a lot. I keep calling it a phone.
Okay.
My final answer is depending on if it's on the backpack or not.
Oh wow. Okay.
If it's especially when you got 3 kids running around.
And a dog. I would go as far as to virtually guarantee
Bowls for things, to like mix and cook stuff. Amount of space, and I absolutely agree with you that you got
34.
Hello, who are you and where are you?
Oh, this is
Commercial Kings, back when we were shooting that.
disagreement. I will try and.
Okay.
Bless you.
You got another one?
Now you
Remain warm in extreme cold temperatures, but
Pocket.
silent.
the ability to communicate with something like Dick Tracy. And I also like
My anniversary.
that's 56 years.
It's got a little sandwich.
They call it a shaft.
The shaft. Back to a cereal bowl.
Anywhere else podcasts are available.
To watch more Ear Biscuits.
Sentimental T-shirts as well.
Well, I addressed it,
You
John.
gotta set the thing that Wim Hof does with the whole Iceman me it back into just, you start small. So math works out.
You know, it's a universal language.
A drawer full of shirts that has capacity for a few more shirts. If I see
Missing the
I was like, I haven't spent any money on golf in 2.5 decades.
you buy.
Call me Bosch. So Adriana and James, her partner, good luck with watching a movie.
Listening to your response.
Lives. You know what? They're doing the smart thing.
I mean, last week I went to a camp with us where we were your camp. Shaft, there's a sandwich.
The end of the shaft is probably better.
There's a sandwich.
Yeah. That probably wouldn't be effective.
We're also just giving you a hard time. Ultimately, you do with that dishwasher.
No,
And also, it's a good personality test. They are. I mean, you are. Risk is, but
put
I
an
feel
eye
like
out, really.
There's a little bit of risk.
Factors conspiring, only ever going to have.
Kept every T-shirt from.
Sponsored by Bosch. I'm not, but I will be because of the bowl section.
I
I got a dry fit polo.
I'm Lindsay.
Hello, Shelly and Lindsay. How does it feel?
Up in like MRI scans, like in your neck and down your spine, and that kind of neurons grow if you do that.
I mean, bowls are bad. I actually,
Some sort of compromise to just agree. You can't compromise. Somebody has to win.
is to buy things.
Yes.
Show we wanted to do an ad for a mattress store because they have a lot.
To make comments during a movie.
Born at the wrong time, as I always say.
Layers T-shirts.
Those guys, you can hate me or love me. I don't know. I just got the thing.
If it all fits, and you've succeeded. Oh boy, if you.
On the head with a story
What do you do with the?
But this snap judgment.
complaining that I have too many shirts. A combination of polos and T-shirts.
Having a smartwatch, I was always a little bit afraid of what it might say about me. And when a backpack is on a environments, when it comes to temperature, air-conditioned environment, Jessie's face while she's watching one of my videos,
Love them.
what have? Isn't it different? I don't know.
When we talked about aging, I did mention something about you getting around. So I say, what is the number? Because if you were to hang a backpack on actually eat in my home.
That's because it's a whirlpool. That's a problem.
Like that's, to me, you discovered like,
I'm just trying to make it sound like more than it is. That's why this is inherently confusing. However,
don't empty it quick. That sink, I'd use it.
and last but not least,
May 27th was my ups.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna nitpick, like, if you're gonna, that you're glancing over to hear what Morgan's saying, Jordan.
Park, and I asked my sister to get something.
Caddy out. You take it over to the drawer, and then you
I don't know if we helped, but as you can see, we
you got me worked up
We did
here,
band.
and you're wearing it.
I can get a different band if you want me to.
I pretty much, I don't like the way it looks.
Sharp knives.
Did you play college golf?
Yeah,
Is it your bag?
I played golf in college. Yeah, 17 and 18 together. I can change the face to make it look like a watch.
I
It'll
know,
still be
but
square.
And then I was so afraid that they were the big pocket.
You could get a labeler. My family, that's what we call the back pocket, is that little pocket in the way.
Clean slate.
Not for the college team. That's not lying. Yeah, I played golf in college. Hey, this guy played golf in college.
Pants. Let's stay on
Yeah,
topic,
let's
okay?
Keep it above the belt.
So what did you? Okay, I would.
Birthplace of Merle.
And she's always
Everything else that I said, and then with the space remaining, you load it up, starting with. Okay.
We wanted to prioritize.
So I'm gonna go out there and experience it.
And also, I have the ability to. There's a.
Can we do that? Can we get? I could not get an answer out of him, and I'm in no position to argue.
But now that we have such
big VA,
I have had this argument before. Okay, so
sorry guys, but this one's just for me.
I defend. When I'm making comments about a movie, usually
the outermost pocket. I mean, I think that's what I would say. I've never said a whole block of mattress stores and super special T-shirts that have like nostalgia. Maybe give her X number of pauses.
An intermission. Serendipitously,
what's going in the backpack?
With the dog.
Holes earlier, you may have to take them out. You just got to be willing to do that. Okay, I take it.
If I were to see backpacks for sale, not even in a store, but just like there's any moving, like anytime that I've ever like in the McLaughlin household,
I consider it my life's mission whenever I open that dishwasher to hand wash 8 plates.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Totally Tubular Man 66. Today I'm coming out with a brand new video. We're gonna be reacting to a person who reacted to Dylan the Dead's video. And it was pretty good, man. People wanted me to react to it, so that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get right.